Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods podcast, episode 141, I believe.
Yes.
Joining me as always, Daniel. Never really.
What's up, gamers? I got a little piece of Daniel trivia
Ooh.
I'll share. I've never met this person, but I am related did you
Abraham
know?
Lincoln. I
Yes,
always knew it.
Honest Abe himself. I am related to a member of the hit band Duran Duran, actually. Um,
What?
the You don't know Duran Duran?
No, I do. I think I do.
Yeah,
I think
they're old,
you
like
could have told me that
80s
was like a
band.
song name, and I would have been like, okay, I know that song.
No,
No? Okay,
no.
okay.
I'd have to like look at that. I forget what the famous song name is, but I'm related to his name. His real name, I think, is Nick Rhodes, but he goes by Nick Duran. He's, I think, the keyboardist. I think he's probably like in his 60s, I think. But he's like a cousin of mine.
Wow.
But I'm related to a member of Duran Duran.
That's awesome. I'm related to Beyonce. I
Sick.
don't know if you knew that. Yeah. Connor Knowles, Beyonce, no, we're cousins. Never met. She doesn't like me.
Mm,
Daniel, my beard's back in full effect.
I see. I
Yeah,
was looking
thank
at that
God.
massive
Felt like
beard.
half a man for like a week. It was horrible. I don't know how you walk around like this on a daily basis.
I get like
You got a
bug,
little
like
like
hair.
5 o'clock shadow going
It
on.
grows in full. It's just I don't grow it out. That's the
Sure,
problem.
sure. You should. You should. Don't shave for like a month. It's about to be November. Do the no shave November thing.
Oh no,
No,
that's
no, we don't want to see that. Is
nah.
it
It gets
patchy?
just
Is that the
it just
problem?
gets no. It grows in full. It just gets too
Okay,
itchy. I don't like
okay.
it.
You don't like it, really?
I don't like
Really?
it's too itchy.
Love the beard. Feel naked without
I
it.
like the look of a beard. It's just too itchy.
Mm, okay. That's fair. That's a fair point. Your great grandfather Abraham Lincoln had a mean beard.
Mm-hmm. He
Hmm.
did.
He sure did. Then he got shot.
Still have his top hat to this day. Actually,
You want to go
it's in
grab
my
it?
closet. No, I
No,
can't. I
no.
can't show it.
I like how you have like a historic item in Abraham Lincoln's top hat, and you just keep it in your closet. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's just in my closet.
Daniel, it's been another
Yes.
busy week. World of video games.
Yes,
Where are
it
we
has.
starting here? Silent Hill?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Silent Hill did a what they call the stream
Transmission. It's
transmission.
just
That
such a
was
stupid thing.
it. We got a Silent Hill transmission going on. Thought it was gonna be like a Morse code thing, and we'd all have to like figure it out.
The whole 50-minute transmission was just Morse code. That'd be the best thing that Konami could do.
Definitely. But anyways, they did like a Silent Hill showcase yesterday. It was about 45 minutes long, I'd say, and they had a plethora of announcements, and we're gonna go over each and every one of them.
Multimedia announcements.
Multimedia announcements too. It's funny, man, because like after years of just Silent Hill rumors and endless speculation, they just drop a whole bunch of shit, which is good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like here it is.
So first thing then, Silent Hill 2 remake. As rumored, Blooper Team is developing a full remake for Silent Hill 2 with the help of original Team Silent artist Masahiro Ito.
Masahiro Ito. Yeah.
Sure. And composer Akiara Yakamoto.
hmm
Yakamoka. Sure.
I
The
think
remake
so.
was
This
announced
is
for PS5. Go ahead.
yeah.
What do you want to say?
I was just gonna say, is that he's also the original one as well, right? Or both?
Well, he's from Team Silent, yeah, with original help from Team Silent members.
Okay,
So yeah,
that's
they're
all I
both
want to know.
they're both
Okay.
from the original team. The remake will retell the story of James Sutherland, who's looking for his dead wife. We don't need to read the rest of it, but Daniel, Silent Hill 2 remake. This is the one everyone seems to have wanted.
hmm
We got a
It's
short
supposed
little
to be the
trailer.
best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've played bits and pieces of this game, never like the full thing. But
Sure.
yeah, this is the only Silent Hill game I've ever even touched. So yeah, what do you
Yeah.
think?
I've never played one. I've seen more recently. I think it was at the kind of the end of last year. Jess and Jan from Giant Bomb did like a playthrough of it.
Mhm.
And I watched their playthrough of it, so I kind of know what to expect.
Get the
I'm
vibe.
excited. Yeah, I get the vibe. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it. It looks good. I'd like to see it more in action than just kind of cinematics and stuff.
Sure.
But I'm excited for everyone that's got this. I know that there's a lot of people upset that it's blooper, but I don't know how much they're actually doing themselves.
Yeah, it's well, I think a lot of it. I think majority of it, right? Because it says these are the only original
I
Team
mean,
Silent members.
yeah, I just mean more changes. How much they're doing like changes for themselves. I know they're gonna
Mm.
change the
You mean like what they're bringing that's original to the game?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it doesn't sound like too much. I know there was Nibel said something about or he at least in his tweet got the information that new ideas will be incorporated into this. And I know there's like multiple endings in this game, so I'm just wondering if they'll add like more endings or something like that.
Yeah, I know that people like how short and sweet the game is. Hopefully, they don't bloat the game at all by adding too much.
Yeah, how
Uh,
long is it? Do you know?
uh, Probably 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours, I would say probably.
Sure.
Um, like I know that I saw something that they're like messing with the combat, which probably makes the most sense. They're changing the camera angle and
Yeah.
adjusting the combat, which I think is fine. But I don't really. Hopefully, they don't touch really the narrative. I know that people really like the narrative in Silent Hill 2. I think it's really good. I'd like to see it maybe updated with slightly better VO. I think the VO is a little cheesy in the first one. It's charming, but it's a little cheesy. Um, the narrative is good, and hopefully they don't touch it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I thought the trailer was pretty good. It looked awesome, like graphically, just looked incredible. I don't remember too much about the story in general, so I'm curious to just see it. This would be a good one to, finally a remake I can go in fresh in because we're getting like Resident Evil 4, and Dead Space, which are games I played before and know very well. But this would be a cool one because I don't know it that well. Yeah, I also hope they don't touch too much. I don't think they need to, right? I mean, it's such a
You'd hope
beloved
not.
game that they don't really need to do too much. And then I think I mean, the idea is pretty clear here, right? They saw Resident Evil 2 remake. They were just like, hey, let's do that, but Silent Hill 2. And that just seems like the direction they're going now, especially with the third person, over the shoulder look.
Yeah, it's a little weird that I mentioned this when it was being shown off. I was a little weird that it's only on PC and PlayStation, and it sucks that it's not coming to Xbox. But whatever. This is such a niche game already. I feel like they would want as many people to play it as possible, especially it being Konami. And if this doesn't work, they're gonna pull the plug as quickly as possible. Like that's just what they're gonna do. I don't know.
I don't know if
It's
they
odd.
could, though, by that point, right? Because it's like they have so many projects in development, and it seems like Silent Hill 2 would be the first one. So I
Yeah.
don't maybe after that, that would lead to bad things for the future of the franchise.
I don't know. Konami's weird. They could just like we're ending this production. I don't know.
I think it is just. I mean, they've always had a really close relationship with PlayStation, right? You look at the
Yeah.
Metal Gear series and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. It is an odd choice. I'm assuming they just got the money from PlayStation themselves to where they didn't need to put it on Xbox, right? That's how these deals work. And it still
Maybe.
will come after 12 months, so they get another bump up there.
We hope so. I don't think that I don't think they've officially said that themselves, but I'd hope that it would. You know.
Sure. And
But
we have seen those deals change. Mean in the middle of it. Look at a Final Fantasy VII remake when that was supposed to
yeah,
be a timed exclusive, and that ended up never coming out on their platform. So
yeah, very odd.
yeah. All right, yeah. Silent Hill 2 remake. Looking forward to it. When do you think it's coming out?
That's a very good question. I mean, optimistically, like October next year,
Yeah, I think that'd be
but
perfect, right?
I don't know. If you want me to really put it, maybe January 2024.
That sounds good too.
That'd be like, I think a more reasonable time.
Sure. Next game then, we got Silent Hill Townfall, a new spin-off game developed by No Code Studios and published by Annapurna Interactive. So this is the rumored Annapurna game we've been talking about for a while now. This new project will be a unique take on the Silent Hill franchise from a highly decorated AA developer. I believe these are the
Yeah.
guys that made what was that game?
Uh,
Observer.
Observation.
Observation.
No,
That's it.
Observer's blooper.
That's Blooper. Okay, gotcha. So
Um,
Observation making this one.
Yeah. And I know that people kind of like Observation. It was kind of a weird, like you kind of were like going through the ships like AI. You were like the AI or something. And you were
Yeah,
like,
that's like the kind of cyberpunk looking one, right?
no, that's Observer.
that's Observer. Okay, shit. I don't know Observation then.
Yeah, Observation was like a space. You were the AI in a spaceship or something, and you were trying to solve a mystery. I think something like that.
I'll throw it in.
You're thinking of Observer. Observer is the blooper one with Rucker Hauer from
Yeah, when they like
Blade Runner.
released it on this gen, and they made
Yeah.
like, a big deal about that earlier. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's blooper. But yeah, I know that people like Observation, so I guess we'll have to see. Annapurna's usually pretty good. So uh, I wish to see more of that game. It didn't really show much. It was just kind of a teaser with some VO. That's it.
Yeah, what's more interesting to me here is it seems like Konami is now more than willing to just go out to third parties with their IPs, or at least Silent Hill for now, right? And that makes me wonder if we'll see a bunch of their IPs just go across the board to different third parties. You know what I mean?
Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania, Metal
Give
Gear
me a
could
new
be
Castlevania.
somewhere. I don't know what
Metal
else they own,
Gear.
but
I question Metal Gear. You need Kojima for Metal Gear. You know, I'd prefer like give me all five in a bundle. That's what I would want. Um, I want more Castlevania. Give me more 2D Castlevania, like
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. So I imagine they got to be open to it now because it seems like Konami developing games themselves is just dead.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Konami, like I don't. What they're just the weirdest
They're
company
just
ever.
making pachinko machines, making a whole
Yeah,
bunch of money. They don't care. They don't care
they,
anymore.
they don't.
But yeah, as for this game, I'll be interested to see it. Obviously, this will be more of a double A game, so I don't know. We're really gonna have to see more. I imagine this will be a smaller first-person one. You know, maybe try to go after that Silent Hills vibe, or what
That's an
Silent Hills
interesting.
was supposed to be. You know,
That's an interesting question.
what
Yeah.
perspective was this studio's that game? What was it called?
Observation. I think you're just playing like a AI. Like you're playing the
So you're like a
camera. You're
camera.
looking at the cameras. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
pretty sure.
interesting.
I don't
Because
know
I was
what any
thinking
of
with
their
the
other
other
games.
game, I was like, oh, this will definitely be the first person one. But now that you're telling me this, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
I'm sure that this will be the first person game.
Yeah.
Will be a first person game.
Next up then, Silent Hill F was announced. What a title.
Couldn't just call it Silent Hill 5 or something.
No, not at all. Another new spin-off announced, Silent Hill F. Set in 1960s Japan, the narrative-driven spin-off will be written by acclaimed Japanese writer Yarushi 07.
Yeah, I guess he is like a novel writer.
What was
Like he
that? Like
writes
his
novels.
fucking gamer tag? Why does he put 07 in his
It's
name?
very funny. It's like Suda 51 or whatever. Sweary. Um, yeah. This isn't this not a mainline game? This is also a spinoff.
IGN, this article here is saying a new spin-off. So I did assume, like you said, Silent Hill F, I was assuming that was 5, you know?
Yeah,
But
I was
I'm not
thinking
even
this was
sure what they'd be at number-wise.
well, there have only been 4 in terms of like I think actual numbers because I think it
Okay,
was
so they
4
actually
and then
would be at 5. So
and
maybe
then
they are
downpour.
trying to slightly hint at that, right?
Yeah, that's the vibe I got from the whole thing.
Yeah.
But this one looked interesting. This is the Reverse team. Did you see that?
I did,
The
yeah.
Resident Evil Reverse
Yeah,
team.
not very
Okay.
promising with that, you know?
Okay. Not to put that team like their talent away. Like they are probably pretty talented. They're just making Reverse though.
It
So we'll
reminds me
see.
of when they announced the Knights of the Republic remake, and it was,
Yes.
what's their name? I can't remember who was making the sign.
It's Aspire.
KOTOR
It's
remake.
Aspire.
Aspire, there you go.
Yeah,
And
they're
they're
just
like,
not proven.
Aspire's making it, and you're just like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. That's exactly what this reminds me of now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with that. It was a very cool teaser trailer. I'll give it that. But this is probably more of a far out game, I'd imagine. Looking at like 2025 ish. So
This is probably
won't
the
see
most.
anything for
This
a
is
while.
the. Yeah, this is the most the furthest out of all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Cool trailer though. 1960s vibe horror. That's cool.
Yeah, I like the vibe. I think the imagery of the plants I found very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you posted something in our Discord that was the
Yeah.
Midsummer meme, and it was like, yeah, it looks like that, and it's like, oh,
Yes,
yeah, it really does.
Florence Pugh of Midsummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This I like the imagery. It was very weird, like seeing the plants like grow from her and stuff. And then there was the shot of I didn't want to see, and they kind of blacked it out. Do you remember the shot of her with doing the
With
Florence
face
Pugh
falling
thing
out. Yeah.
and the face falling off? I was like, oh,
it was nasty.
what
There's
is-
like worms
what-
in there and shit. I'm like,
stop it!
don't need
Stop it!
that. Don't
Didn't
all
need to
that.
see that. Didn't
No,
need to see
no.
that.
I feel like the guy just wrote that trailer, and he was like, that's good. That's good.
They made that trailer for that shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Very gross.
All right, next up then, Silent Hill Ascension. An immersive project where participants around the world will control the characters in a new Silent Hill story. Basically, a Let's Play Pokemon version of a new Silent Hill story that will be live on multiple platforms.
Yeah, it seems like a Twitch Plays type thing, right? when they like Twitch plays
Do
Pokemon.
they do this?
Twitch,
Like, what is that exactly?
well, Twitch plays I guess is a little different, but Twitch. So I think the first one was Twitch plays Pokemon, where it was just the game and someone rigged it up to the chat can control. So people would type into chat and it would control. So maybe they kind of took that and they're going to do some narrative. It seems like this is only you have to be there when this is. It's like just an event. So if you're not there
And
when
then
they're
what, you
doing
like
it,
vote on the choices? So it's like
no, that's
is there
Twitch
like
plays.
Okay.
So this one I don't know though. Like I'm questioning.
The trailer
if-
really didn't explain it that well.
It didn't explain it very well. It seemed like you're in chat and you can affect what happens though. Is what
Okay.
it seems like.
I thought it would be
I
like
don't-
you're all voting. Like, you know, some guy comes
It
up to
could
a
be.
hallway and it's like left or right, you know, and you all vote.
Yeah. See, Twitch Plays was different because Twitch Plays was like you would have to walk to the hallway. Like you're playing the game, but with everyone typing in where to go. Like move left, move right, move left, move right.
But
like,
not everyone's playing the game.
no, everyone is. You are. So you should go look at Twitch Plays. It was insane.
Uh-huh.
They end up beating Pokemon. Like it would be like to move up, like everyone would have to be typing up, or if somebody types left, the character would go left.
This
as well.
sounds awful.
Twitch Plays is insane. They still beat Pokemon. It's not going to be that, but it's going to be probably like. You're probably right with choice
'Cause
driven.
what do you
I
get
just
like
don't-
the one asshole coming in there and like, you know,
Yeah.
Pokemon like you
Go
try to use
down,
like a water
go-
move. You know,
Yeah.
He's like voting electricity or some shit.
Exactly. See, I'm very. I'm not. I probably won't be there for the stream, but I'd like to see like, you know, maybe the playthrough when it's finished.
Yeah.
How-
So is this
how it
like a
goes.
live action thing?
I don't think so,
We
but I don't know.
Okay. They
It
did a
looked-
very bad
they
job
had
explaining this.
they had like a little bit there. I
Oh,
don't
did
know.
they? Okay.
I,
I,
don't
I
know.
was watching this whole thing on my phone while I was at work, so I was
Okay.
like, okay, half in, half out.
I'd be very curious what this is going to be. And it's next year, right?
Does not say on this IGN article.
Okay. I think it's next year.
Okay. Possibly next year. That may be the only Silent Hill thing you get next year. Shout out to Matt Kim, by the way, for writing this article on IGN.
Yeah, shout out to Mac Kim.
Yeah, good job, Matt Kim. Okay, and then the last thing, we got a Return to Silent Hill movie got announced. It'll be helmed by the director of the original Silent Hill movie. I believe came out in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
The apparently well liked Resident.
Oh, yeah,
Silent
yeah.
Hill.
All of a sudden yesterday on Twitter, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I love the original Silent Hill movie." No, you didn't. No one liked that fucking movie.
There are some cool things like imagery. There are some cool things in the movie, but it's not a good movie.
It was so funny when I saw that. Everyone was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, awesome! I love the original Silent Hill."
I tell you
movie,"
this
and
all
was
the
like,
time,
"Wait,
Connor.
I swear to God, that movie was awful.
People love to rewrite history all the time.
They
It happens all the
definitely
time.
do. They definitely do. I don't remember anyone liking that. Guarantee
yeah.
you go look at the box office numbers for that movie. It's awful.
Yeah, of course. See, me as like someone that loves just entertainment, I will find entertainment even in a bad Silent Hill movie. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have fun watching a movie anyways. So I'm cool with them doing whatever.
Sure, I love me some cheesy horror movies, but like,
Yeah, exactly.
to call this good, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
and apparently this IGN article, it says there's a second one because this is apparently the third Silent Hill movie, which I
It
had no
is.
idea.
You know, there
there's
was
a
Kit
second
Harington.
Silent Hill one.
Yeah, Harrington was in it.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's bad. It's
Is
even
this
worse.
before Game of Thrones?
It might have been around season 1 or 2, but it's early. Kit Harington.
I have
You
no
have a
idea.
spider on your wall behind you.
Do I?
I think that's a spider. Is that a spider?
Definitely a spider. That's definitely a spider.
he's gonna web you. in
It's
your
too late. He's crawling behind the curtain now. He's gone forever. I
Gross.
don't know. I'm
Gross.
not. You want to
Yeah,
watch me
Kit
tell me?
Harington was in the second one.
Speaking of spooky shit, you know,
I know. Live spiders in your room.
was he just like slowly crawling there?
He was. I was watching it the whole time.
That's great. All right.
But yeah, Kit Harington's in it. It's even worse. It's even worse.
Even worse. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least Kit Harington's there. Who starred in the first one?
It was Sean Bean.
Sean Bean. Oh, a lot
You
of Game
remember
of
Sean
Thrones
Bean?
talent there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. All right, cool. Well, that's it for the Silent Hill stuff. Yeah, wish Sims was here because I know he's a bigger fan than both of us are. But whatever.
Yeah, I've not actually really played, but I've been kind of around it. I mean, I grew up in the era of it, so like I know Silent Hill.
I'll be happy to get into it now. Right?
Yeah. Good for Natalie. She's finally getting
Yeah, she
the news.
must have died. Like
You
got,
know-
like 6 different things here.
I have 2 things I want to bring up. One joke. Where's the Hassan Karaman Silent Hill
Where
game?
was he? Where was
Still
he?
waiting for
You
it.
know?
Still waiting for it.
It's abandoned, you know. That was the game actually, was figuring out that this game doesn't exist and it's abandoned the whole time. It was,
Worse.
the game was the
Um,
friends we made along the way, Daniel.
Did we make friends along the way?
No.
Made enemies, I think.
Yeah.
The second thing I want to bring up is the leaked for the ratings for the Korean ratings for Silent Hill, the short passage. We didn't see that.
Mm.
It's supposed to be maybe a demo, is the rumor that it's like a PT type
A demo of what?
Exactly. I'm wondering if it is like a demo for F, whatever the
That
fifth
would
game
make
is
the
going to
most
be.
sense, right?
Yeah. So we didn't see that here. So I'm wondering if we still have a chance to see that somewhere, or it doesn't exist, or
That'd be
that
very
is.
odd if there is another thing and they just didn't announce it.
That was just something I thought of watching that. I'm like, oh, where is it? You know? But,
Yeah. All right, moving on then. Moving on to some PlayStation news. PlayStation DualSense Edge controller has a release date January 26, 2023, and it'll be priced at $200. Daniel, I don't think we've ever gotten a chance to talk about this controller.
We mentioned it once, I think. But yeah, when the announcement of it happened with our show, it was just a weird announcement. We just passed by, I think. That's pretty pricey, I'll say.
Yeah, quite a bit, right?
It's even like when with the Elite and everything, even though now you could buy the Elite like a little less money and you don't get like the little gubbins, right? I
Gubbins?
think it's I think it's like 160 without the gubbins, right?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I saw you could customize it for, I think it was
Well,
160, yeah.
Yeah, that's different. The customize.
Is it?
I just
Okay.
mean the base ones. I think it's
How much
180,
did
and
you
I
pay
think
for the Halo one?
it was 180.
180? Okay.
I think it's 180 and 160 for like with no gubbins, and this is 200. The weird thing I also didn't realize until this picture, correct me if I'm wrong, there's only 2 paddles and not 4.
Yeah, I
Like
think
on the Elite.
let me try to
That
click
seems
in here because I think there is only 2.
that seems like a very weird choice, and it seems like PlayStation doesn't really know how the people want these paddles, because people want the paddles to get rid of the face buttons. There's
Sure.
4 face buttons. Like people, if you're doing it for like competitive reasons, you don't want to get your thumbs away from the sticks. So you always want to be moving, right? That's the
Right.
point. So you put the paddles.
Do that to replace that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So the fact that there's only 2 seems a little odd to me, especially with it being also $200, or I'm sorry, $200. It's more than the Elite. It's just very weird. It looks cool. I like the DualSense. I don't love the DualSense. I think it's a fine controller, but I'd like to feel this one, because I like how the Elite feels. Like it's a pretty premium feeling controller. I hope that this feels pretty good, but guess what?
That's my main thing too. Is like I haven't even bought an Elite yet, but I want it for just like the weight purposes. Obviously, I don't really care about the back paddles and all that other shit. I probably wouldn't even put it on, to be honest with you.
I don't have the paddles on.
Yeah, see, I'd probably be exactly like that too. I'd pretty
Yeah.
much treat it just as a normal controller. I just want something a little bit heavier, because why
Yeah.
not? You know, heavier
See,
the better.
How I've told you how I play, like I grip more on the bottom, right? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
you hold your controller like an ape. I know. It's weird. I mean, you can even
It's
admit
not.
it's weird.
It's not. I
weird.
hold a
It's
controller like
weird.
this.
Where's the fucking?
I literally hold a controller like this. This is not weird. This is not weird at all.
I mean, what are you doing? It's so like I'm just doing this. Is this
Yeah,
the same
that's
thing?
all I'm doing.
Oh,
That's all I'm
okay.
doing.
Okay,
I'm just
that's
telling you that I put pressure
That's it.
down
It
here.
just sounds like you hold it very hard. You know.
No, not that I hold it hard,
It's
but
like I hold it like that too.
yeah, exactly. But what I'm saying is I don't put the pressure like on the outside, right? I put the pressure down here. So when you have the paddles, it's just like right where my fingers would normally be. I'd have to learn to hold it differently. You know what I mean?
Well, then I do that too.
That's my point.
Oh,
So
okay,
I don't
okay,
hold a
got you,
controller
got
weird.
you.
That's why I'm so.
Wouldn't your fingers just hover over the paddle? Isn't that the idea then?
Well, you could also take them off.
Sure.
Let me get
But
my
yeah,
Elite.
$200. It does seem like. I mean, I am not shocked that PlayStation would price it more than the Elite Series 2. You know, like that's not surprising to me. In one
It
bit.
doesn't. With PlayStation, it doesn't surprise me anymore.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's more of a niche product, anyways, right? So like, if you really
sure.
want it and you're on PlayStation all the time, you're probably gonna buy it no matter the price.
Yeah, I like the. I will say, I guess I don't want to be negative. I'll say for a positive is like I at least like that PlayStation is doing this kind of more premium controller. You know, like I think people have wanted this from PlayStation, so it's nice that they're at least. It's nice that they're at least doing it.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little cheaper, and I wish that there was 4 paddles for those people because I know that that audience wants 4 paddles. That's just
Sure.
like they don't want just 2. Like there's
They
a
don't want to
reason
be moving
why.
their thumbs, you know.
No, you don't. You want to be moving your camera all the time.
Right, I got it.
That's
I got it.
yeah.
It sounds really complicated. It's like a whole new way to learn how to play games, you know.
It doesn't. Well, see here, I don't have the paddles on, but if you're looking at my controller here,
Right.
there are
Put them in there.
these little holes here is where you put the paddles. So you could take them off, and then here on the Xbox, there's these little switches here are for the triggers on each side.
So do you plan on buying one of these maybe? At some point? Maybe mark down the price at some
No,
point? No.
no, I probably would get the other colors first.
Yeah.
Like they have the Nerdic God colors. I'd prefer just to get all 3 of those.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know, I could probably get all 3, and it's just slightly more expensive than getting one of these.
Yeah, I probably won't end up picking one up either. I mean, $200, it's just too much when I'm just like, I already have a
Half of
controller,
the
you know what I mean?
price
And
of
it's
the
like,
console.
it's like I'm not a competitive gamer at all, so I'm not sitting there playing these games where I would need back paddles for anyways.
Sure, it's half the price of the console. You know, like
Yeah.
that's a big ask.
It's a lot. Okay, moving on then. Some Bungie news came out today, I believe. Bungie may be reviving the Marathon series into some sort of PvE, PvP, PvE type thing. We're not entirely sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know how the original series was, but yeah, that's
The
what
only
this
thing I
report-
know about Marathon is from Halo 3 when those
Yeah.
those terminals that were like little collectibles that told you the story of Marathon. That's the
Mhm.
only thing I know about the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, exciting news. Maybe this is the secret game Bungie's been working on for a while now. I don't know how big of a secret it is anymore, but you know, it's been
Yeah.
rumored for quite a while.
Yeah, they've been working on a couple of projects, so I would assume we got to hear something. Like they were supposedly working on a game for years now, and they're
Yeah.
huge. I think people don't realize how big Bungie is as a
Oh yeah, massive.
studio. They're massive. Like
Yeah.
like they were like one of the biggest independent studios at the time.
I just wonder, like, what else they're working on besides Destiny, then, you know? Because if it is this and then the mobile game, is that it?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least that we know of. There could be pre-production for who knows what. They're
And
large.
obviously continuing Destiny expansions, right?
Yeah, they're so large. Like you have to think like, oh, if you're getting people to do like pre-production stuff, you're getting them to do little, you know, story beats and drawings and you know what the game's going to be. Like those people still have to have their job, even if they're not like working on the new Destiny thing or whatever.
Right.
They got to be doing something. So they're not just going to fire them.
Just sitting there filing papers, you know?
Yeah, that's all they're doing.
Half the team. There's like 200 people doing that. But all right, Marathon. Yeah, not too much more to say on it. We'll see when we get some more news.
Okay.
Next up,
Yep.
then. Moving on to Nintendo stuff. The fun world of Nintendo this week. Let me
I
tell
would
you.
like to start this. You know, you can read what you wrote, but I would like
Sure.
to start this as it was talked about too.
Sure. What do you mean?
Just as the story unfolded, I would like to go. as
Okay,
that.
okay. Go in order.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I could stop in the middle here. We'll just go.
Okay.
Former Bayonetta voice actress Helena Taylor has made a series of videos. My computer keeps turning off. Hang on.
What's wrong with your monitor?
My monitor keeps unplugging. Hang on, Daniel. You're going to have to look at this for a second.
I could see your mic really closely.
You see my keyboard? Lights up.
No, not that close.
Okay. We back. Starting over. Former Bayonetta voice actress Helena Taylor has made a series of videos asking people to boycott Bayonetta 3. Stop there. Do you want to? That was the beginning of all this. She made a series of 3 videos.
So let's talk about her video first. Did you watch her 3 videos that she posted?
Skimmed through them.
Okay. I mean that's okay. So you
Sure.
kind of looked at it. So did you look at it when it happened?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
like right as it was breaking.
So when it happened, you know, the internet's just ridiculous. No one wants to take time to even let things simmer and marinate. It's just let's attack platinum, let's whatever. But her video, you know, she says that she was offered, you know, 4,000 for the whole role. She wants to boycott the game. Where my first indication that there is way more to this is when she started talking about Jen Taylor.
What did she say about her specifically?
Or not Jen Taylor. What did I just say? Jennifer Hale. I combined their names
That'd be the ultimate Bayonetta voice
It'd be the
actors.
ultimate. I met Jen Hale. She started talking about Jen Hale, and she was like, "Oh well, she shouldn't be going to conventions being Bayonetta. Like I am Bayonetta." And she kind of was like
Is she
doing a
doing
little.
that though? Like, has that even happened? Didn't she
She's
just
just
get
saying
announced?
she was basically saying that like she will never be Bayonetta. I am Bayonetta.
Okay,
Kind of
okay.
doing like a jab at Jen, and it's like that's a little weird. You're like kind of coming in hot already. Like I get it if this all was true, like you're upset, but you're coming in pretty hot. That just sounded weird to me.
Okay.
Um,
Well, here we'll continue
then we
on
can
then.
continue.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason being was that she was apparently offered only $4,000. According to her, only offered $4,000 to voice the character throughout the whole next game. The director of the game then came out saying this is untrue, and then Platinum Games spoke to multiple media outlets saying they offered her $3,000 to $4,000 per session, with about 5 sessions in all, equaling to about
Well, did they
15 to
actually come
20
out?
grand. They spoke
Yeah,
to
somewhere around
Bloomberg.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought there was also a leaked document that like Jason Schreier from Bloomberg got a hold of.
Maybe that was it. I think
I
they,
think.
but I also saw an article from VGC. So unless they got a hold
Okay,
of that
okay.
same article, they are talking to them.
Yeah, well, Andy Robinson's great. I love Andy Robinson. I saw the Schreier got like a doc, and he was like reading it or something, and he knew a little bit more there. But then after the reports there, um, Helena came back out and said that that was a lie. Um, I'm sorry. In the report, I should say this first. In the report, apparently she was asking for six figures and residuals, which seems like a lot. I don't really know how voice actors get paid, but that's apparently what the offer. And then she came out and said that um, that was a lie, which now it's kind of a little
It's a
bitter
lot of
fight
it's
here.
a lot of he said she said type of stuff going
Yeah,
on here, and it's hard to tell too because I'm like you. I don't know how much voice actors typically get paid for this type of stuff, and it's like you can do a full game in 3 to 4 sessions or whatever it was, 4 to 5, whatever they said, and it's like that sounds like a lot of work. Like, what is that, like an entire 8 hour day, of just
question.
5 sessions like that? Because I feel like I thought it would take like way longer to record, especially when you're the main protagonist in a game like that, right? And Bayonetta, I mean, they have quite a few cutscenes in that game, not to mention the in-game speaking and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how they'd get that done in that little amount of time, but also, yeah, it's just weird. Like, is 20,000, is that a good amount of money to get paid for an entire game? It doesn't sound like it to me. I would assume like somewhere in the hundreds of thousands, honestly.
Well, what I would not to counter what you're saying, but what I would say to that is yes overall, but then if you look at Bayonetta as a series and a franchise, it doesn't sell very well. It's a very niche game. It's even more niche than most character action games. Like Devil May Cry is still probably the biggest one, but like even Devil May Cry isn't selling, insane like some other games. I think 5 now is the most selling there, and I think Bayonetta 2 like did like 1 million, which is a good amount, but like this is like a Nintendo first party game now, so
Yeah, depending
you
on
would
how
think
much
it
you put into the game, right? It just
exactly.
really, yeah, we just don't have all the numbers here to be going on it. But yeah, I don't know, with her whole trying to get people to boycott the game, I'm just not entirely sure how well that's gonna go. Because like I feel like
Gamers can't stand for anything.
that's what I'm
They
saying,
don't.
and I also think like you brought more attention to this game than ever. Like, this is more people are talking about Bayonetta 3 right now than I've the entire time since this game was announced.
Yeah. Yeah, I think her video had like millions of views.
That's what I'm saying.
or
Like,
something.
you probably just sold the game more than you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems
Unfortunate for her though. Like, if she feels like she should be paid more, then she should be paid more. I mean, she was the
sure.
main protagonist of this game, Bayonetta. The game's called fucking Bayonetta. You know what I mean? You should
Yeah.
probably pay her whatever she wants to come back and do this.
Yeah. It's this whole thing's weird. Like she was the one that came out swinging, and then she got very defensive when Platinum kind of was saying that it was not right.
I
So,
didn't like that director's tweet though. I think he deleted it now, but like at the end of it, he
yeah.
was like, "Well, where are my rules?" It's like, okay, you kind of
Well,
sound like an asshole
no.
putting that.
See, you need to understand Kamiya first. The Beware the Rules had nothing to do with this situation
Then why'd he put it in that tweet?
because he blocks everyone.
So
If you
what was he referring to? Was he not even referring to anything to do with this?
had nothing to do with it.
What the
So you
fuck
need
was
to
he
understand.
referring to then?
He's referring to if you speak English to him in his comments, he will block you.
Okay,
He just blocks people. You
sure.
need to understand Kamiya. Had absolutely nothing. He
Just
didn't.
blocks people.
He ended
Okay.
up getting I think around the same time banned for a little bit on Twitter because he was in a mode of blocking people. He was blocking so many that Twitter thought that there was something going on, so they disbanded his account for a second, brought it back. He was just blocking people. But if you also, I guess, along those lines of Kamiya coming out and saying stuff, Jen Hale came out and was like, had her little statement basically saying like, there's a little bit more going on here. She couldn't say much because of an NDA. I know she was like also liking and retweeting things that were kind of like, maybe we need to look at the full picture of what's happening.
Yeah, I would
So it
like
seemed
her to
like
come
even
out and just say how much she got paid. You know,
exactly.
I'm sure she wouldn't, but like I would like someone to tell me how much she got paid for this.
The interesting thing about Jen Hale too is like, if anyone has followed Jen as like a voice actor, she is one of the biggest advocates for like voice acting in the industry. She pushes for better pay, better hours, unionizing and stuff. Like Jen is trying to help voice actors. Like she isn't just throwing Helena Taylor under the bus. That wasn't what this was. The whole this situation's just
It became a mess over
odd.
this week. It's definitely become a mess. It's definitely not a good look for Bayonetta 3, which is launching in a week. You know,
I think it's a worse look for Helena Taylor overall.
sure.
I don't think it has anything to do. I think Platinum's fine.
I think it's a
Bayonetta's
bad
fine.
look for Platinum and Bayonetta as a whole. I don't think it's going to affect sales. Like I said, I think if anything, you brought more attention to this game actually coming out. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good look.
I don't see how it's a bad look, but
Unless they came out and said, I mean, because even what they are saying sounds low to me, you know?
yeah. But like I said, it's a niche game.
Sure.
You know.
All
I
right,
don't
well,
know.
Bayonetta 3, week away. Find out. I'm
Week
looking forward
away?
to this, though.
Yeah. No, I'm. It's my most anticipated game for the rest of the year.
Nice. All right, cool. Next up, then. Game developer and maker of Steam, Valve, has registered a trademark for a game, or could be anything, called Neon Prime. They registered a trademark for that. Neon Prime. This could be a hint towards a new game or anything. I'm not gonna read this dumb joke I put in.
You put okay. I didn't know if you put that dumb joke.
You know,
in there.
sometimes I'm writing these things and I'm like, oh, this would be funny, and then I wake up the
Yeah.
next day and I'm like, this isn't funny. This isn't funny.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It could be anything though, is what I'm trying to say. Is you
Yeah.
know, it could be a game. They could just like that name, you know? Maybe
Cool name.
Yeah, maybe they're just like, hey, maybe we want to do something with this name in the future, you know?
Yeah, we need Valve to make more video games.
Maybe
Ultimately.
Daniel, this is a crossover between Neon White and Metroid Prime, being made by Valve. Have you thought of it?
What?
Have you thought
No.
of it? Maybe like what's
I
her name?
did it.
Samus dies, goes to heaven, and now she's got to get through a bunch of obstacles in first person.
She meets
with
like White and
cards.
Red in the crew.
Right? Yeah, yeah. A bunch of cats.
That would be
Neon White, man, what a good game.
what a game, dude.
What a fucking
The game's incredible. I hope that this is a indication of them making more video games. They've slowly made games, you know.
The good Lord could only bless us with more Valve games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been decades, Valve. I know you guys made Half-Life Alyx, but I need new games really badly.
I need a Portal 3 and
So
Half-Life
badly.
3.
So badly. What was it? The Portal guy came out earlier this year. He was like, "I'm not getting any younger here for Portal 3." It's like, oh man, he really isn't. Please, someone just let him.
Was
make a
that
Portal 3.
Laidlaw?
I forget
Mike
who it
Laidlaw?
was. I can't remember exactly. You can look it up. But yeah, I don't know if they are making games again. Thank God. You know, who knows what this is gonna end up being.
Yeah. Make more video games. It's already been 2 years since Half-Life Alyx.
For real,
You know?
like, we got all this Steam money now. Just take all that money, put it into a game. You know,
They bought Campo Santo.
they
own
bought
Campo
Campo Santo, yeah, who was a big part at making the Half-Life Alyx, right?
Yeah. They like had I think they were already working on it and then they came in and like helped finish it.
Yeah.
Something like that.
All right. Well, Neon Prime. We'll probably never hear that name again, but nonetheless, look forward to seeing what it could be. Next up, then. This is a sad one, Daniel. You ready?
Yeah.
After about a year of the company's relaunch, G4 TV is dead again. Dun, dun, dun. Daniel, a moment of silence
Rip.
for our fallen brothers. All right, that's good. Yeah, I mean, look, this isn't surprising to anyone that this is dying again. I think you could tell by the YouTube numbers this thing was doing that they weren't going to last very long. And then you hear about the amount of employees this company had for the relaunch, which was like 200 something. It's like, okay, how's that going to fucking work? And it didn't.
Yeah, they were way too large for what they were, I think, trying to do ultimately. I think that 50 people would have been like pushing it.
Yeah,
and
like,
that's
even
like
that sounds like why do you need
that sounds
many
like a
people?
lot.
Yeah.
You probably could have did it with less. They needed to, you know. I honestly I don't know what they needed to do, but
See, here's my problem is like because I was a big G4 fan back in the day. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I got it probably in like I don't know 2010ish maybe. So
X-Play, man.
I got it pretty late, right? But when I did get that channel, I was all over it. I was all about it. You know, watching X-Play every goddamn day, and the Attack of the Show too was great.
Yeah, and Attack of the Show, both those. Yeah.
But when I turned on this new G4, right, it was all new people, you know, and it was like Adam was there, but he was always like on a TV screen, and it was just like different people. So it's like, okay, now I just gotta, you know, like I like the idea of that, but what I think they should have done is just had the same show, had Adam Morgan doing X-Play, Kevin.
Yeah, but they're not going to get Morgan. Like I wish it was the dynamic again.
Yeah, but it's like that's what we all wanted, right? Was that
Exactly.
nostalgia and just the same thing to come back, and then slowly you could introduce new people, right? And then like slowly they could take over. When it's just like a whole new thing and a whole new cast, and it's just then I turn it on and I'm just like, oh, this isn't the X-Play I remember. This isn't the Attack of the Show I remember. Why the hell am I sticking around when I got a million other YouTubers that I already like and I already know, and I can just go to them? Plus, it doesn't seem like they were very nice to their audience to begin with, right? Like I don't know, we've seen a lot of stuff coming out about them over. You know, I've only been observing from far away from G4, but it doesn't seem like their audience was very happy with how they were being treated. So it's, I don't know, overall it just didn't end up working out with new people.
Yeah, it was more of like they did the whole thing of like, if you don't like this, don't watch, and that's just never what you want to say to people. It never works out.
It's just then we won't, you know.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like,
It's
exactly
just then
what it comes
okay,
down
well,
to.
then they won't. I mean, there are people there that I really like Gerard, the completionist. He's great. But I'm with you. I wanted.
See, because I know they hired some YouTubers, right? Like some guys that were already big
Gerard,
on YouTube. Yeah, Gerard and people like that. And it's like, okay, but does their audience then go and turn on G4? I just don't know if that carries over like that, you know? And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. This guy really is now on G4. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna be super into G4 now, you know?
Yeah. I gave it a shot.
I try to think of it if like Greg Miller was hired by them, you know, and he was like hosting X Play or whatever the fuck. Would I then go over and watch X Play? Maybe not. You know, it's like it's really hard to tell.
Especially if he still did kind of funny. No way. Why would I ever go back?
Especially then, you wouldn't, right?
Yeah. So it's I could have told you this wasn't gonna succeed, but it sucks that a lot of people lost their jobs. There was a lot of people that work there, you know.
Yeah. Put so much money into that for just this, you know. It's like, Jesus, you guys, what were you thinking?
They hired some really cool people. Like they hired, I know Abby from Giant Bomb was there for a while. Then she left earlier this year, and then this happened. So she probably saw the writing on the wall, I assume.
Yeah. All right. Well, G4 dead again. You think we'll get another revive in like 10 years? Adam Sessler's like 86 years old by that point.
It's done.
In a wheelchair.
They're...
You gotta wheel him out.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it. Next then, NetherHelm Studio. Is it NetherRealm?
NetherRealm.
I put Realm. NetherRealm Studio has announced a Mortal Kombat mobile game called Mortal Kombat Onslaught. The game is coming out sometime next year. It's supposed to be some type of mobile RPG fighting game.
It was just another gacha game.
Yeah.
They put collection.
Did they show like gameplay of this?
No, I didn't see it. They put collection RPG. I'm doing big quotations.
Collection RPG.
Collection RPG, aka gotcha. You're gonna pop open a pack and it's just gonna give you a random 3-star character. So stupid. Okay. I'm so sick of all this.
Well, Mortal Kombat Onslaught. I got nothing to say about it. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Give me Mortal Kombat 12, please.
Yeah, sure.
Or Injustice 3.
Yeah, someday. Next up, then. A new The Sims game is apparently very early in development. This will probably be The Sims 5. The last mainline Sims game was released in 2014, so been quite a while.
Yeah, they showed some like screenshots. They're talking about the development and stuff, and yeah, Sims 4 was a weird one because I know that it came out and it was people kind of liked it, but it was like light on content, and then they like just kept adding so much DLC, which is awesome. I know the for people that love that game, but it's been a long time since got a new Sims game. I think it's about time.
I
think
guess I
it
never even
just
thought of that. Like The Sims did just become a live service game now.
kinda in a weird way, yeah. And I think it just went free to play, right? If I remember correctly, more recently.
I have no idea. I gotta be honest. I'm not paying attention to The Sims world at all.
I just think I saw that story that it went like free to play or something. Um, so they're probably ramping up. I wonder how long it'll be.
Yeah, they're saying very early in development here. I'm not entirely sure how long it would take to make one of these games. Couldn't take
Yeah.
super long, especially if I don't know if the plan is again to launch it light on content and then add over time throughout like another decade. You know, it's like I could see one of these just coming out every decade and then just continuing adding content until then. But yeah, I don't know. I'd say 2026 ish, maybe 25.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe three. 2025 sounds right.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, it used to be very into The Sims. Not anymore though. But yeah,
I never
don't know.
played
Maybe
one.
maybe a new one could get me back. No, you never played
I like
Sims
what?
2 back in the day?
No, I like watching Sims. Like people play Sims and do stupid, ridiculous things with Sims, but
Yeah.
like it's just never a series I got into myself.
Sure. All right. Well, The Sims. Sims
Yeah, I like
himself
the
should
idea.
be suing this company.
Yeah, it's spelt differently, but sure.
Sure. I mean,
Um,
they took away Z. That's all they did.
I like the idea of like trapping your Sims in a pool and murdering them, or like
Oh, the best is you
removing.
just you just make 4 walls around them, and it's just like a cube, and they can't move at all. But then what they would do is pull a black hole out of their pockets, and they jump in, and they pop up somewhere on the map.
No way.
Yeah, that would happen all the time.
How is that a thing? How do they have
I
a
don't.
black
I
hole in
mean,
their
they had to
pocket?
figure out a way for you to not torture your Sims characters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know the language that they speak? You know what it's called?
No, is it? Does it have a name?
It has a name.
What is it?
It's called Simlish.
Simlish. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. It's just like gibberish. That's why.
It
That's why
is,
they
yeah.
call it that.
Yeah, Simlish.
All right. Well, looking forward to new Sims. Next up, then, CG Product Red has announced there won't be a season 2 of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. At least there are no
Yeah.
plans for one right now.
Yeah, at least no plans. Which is makes sense. No spoilers, but makes sense. The show doesn't necessarily need a second season. They can always do other animated projects in this universe. The characters could show up in the next game or something like that, or in the new DLC. So there's just not necessarily a need to make a season 2, but I'd like more animated stuff in the Cyberpunk world.
Yeah, I did not finish this yet, the show, so I don't know exactly how it ends, but you're saying it probably doesn't end in a way where there'd be a season 2. But I could see them maybe before the launch of the next one or something like that to get back in contact with this animation team and try to make another one. Why not? Because you could make it with just like another character in the world, right?
Yeah, and what I will say, no spoilers. They wrap this show wraps up pretty well. There's a nice bow on the show. Um, it doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't more you could do with it. But yeah, I want more Cyberpunk. I'm always down for more Cyberpunk.
Damn, my monitor is failing me here. I don't know what
I
is
can see
going
you
on.
messing with it.
It's just like it keeps turning on. I feel like it's like slightly unplugged from somewhere.
Yeah, maybe check the wall.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. All right. Well, hang on. Keep talking about Cyberpunk real quick.
Okay. Can I give a shout out to Lucy, the best character in the show? She's so cool. I love like the net runners in uh-oh.
I'm still here. Don't worry.
Okay, you turned off. Okay. I didn't know what happened to you. Yeah, Lucy, I always like the net runners in the game. So seeing a cool net runner. She has like a little one of those wire weapons she uses. Pretty cool.
Daniel, pitch me a season 2 of this show.
With these characters, I can't. It'd be a spoiler.
Not with those characters, new characters.
Okay, new show then, not season 2. Okay. So my pitch would be what I would like to see. We get a lot of the mercenaries. I'll give you two ideas. We get a lot of mercenaries and stuff in the seedy underground. But what about number one? What if you had a protagonist that was a fixer? You're the one that's hiring for the mercenaries. Like maybe they're a corpo or something, and they're working for Arasaka or something, and they're hiring these mercenaries to do stuff. So you get to see more of the corpo side. You get to see Arasaka and the big business, but you also get a little bit of the underground. Or I think the cooler thing would be some sort of detective, like River or something. Like let's be a detective in the seedy underground trying to solve murders and crime, instead of just being like a street kid or something.
Get kind of the different life aspect of it.
Because it seems like we're kind of getting a similar side as the from this first season as we did with the game. Like you're seeing kind of someone the same level trying to take down the man.
Interesting. I would like that quite a bit.
I think a detective would be cool in this world.
The HDMI was slightly out.
I see.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I love your pitch for season 2. They should get on that. Call.
What do you think
Daniel.
about the fixer? What do you think about that fixer idea?
That's a very interesting idea, right? I mean, they could totally work around that.
Yeah, you actually you seeing like kind of the intrigue, the political intrigue in this world would be really cool because like we don't really get to see a lot of that.
Yeah, definitely. I think just more stuff in this world in general. It's such a fascinating world, right?
Yeah. Or maybe they could do something that's not in Night City. Let's go see what's going on anywhere else.
Night City.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wonder what is going on in like the rest of the world there.
Exactly. This is like California, I think.
Yeah, it's supposed to just be LA, I think, right? Futuristic.
I think it's somewhere around there in California. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to see what's happening anywhere, New York or even a different country. Who knows? Go to China or Japan.
What do you think they call New York? If LA is Night City, what's New York?
It's a good question because that is the city that never sleeps.
That's what I'm saying. It's like you think that would be Night City. I'm saying,
yeah.
Okay. They kind of took the name there.
Yeah, I don't have a name.
Well, Cyberpunk, we hardly knew you.
What do you mean you hardly? It's so good.
No, we hardly.
You have to finish.
We only got a season of a TV show and
it's incredible.
And a full-length game. Daniel, that's not enough. It's not enough. Look at
it's
Silent Hill. They just announced like 18 different projects.
Yeah, they did. I haven't seen the projects announced a bunch of projects.
You know what I mean? Where's a Silent Hill, or no, not Silent, Cyberpunk 2077 remake? I feel like we're due for that already.
Oh my! I mean, TikTok, get on it.
I mean, PlayStation needs to buy CD Projekt Red so we can get a remake of Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, give me the remake of Witcher 3 as well.
Yeah,
all of them.
We're actually still getting that, or the remaster at least.
No, we're getting the update. Just
the
update, patch,
whatever they want to call it now. All right,
it's just a patch.
Last thing then, Daniel. We got a new trailer for Final Fantasy 16 today, dropping out of nowhere. Daniel, it looks so fucking good.
This game's incredible, dude.
So goddamn good.
Oh my lord, I needed to catch my breath after watching this trailer. Jesus, this trailer
so
was
much.
sick.
I love how much political fantasies going on here.
I love it.
Game of Thrones shit. And
they were showing
they just focused on that for the first minute of the trailer, and I'm like, hell yeah. And then we get into more combat after that. I'm like, oh, this game looks sick.
It looks so good. There was a dude that looks just like the main character. For a second, I was thinking he was the main character, but Clive,
the tattoo on his face.
No, I think Clive has the tattoo.
Oh, Clive has the tattoo. Okay.
I think, and then there was the dude in the grayish armor with the little bit of blue. I think that dude is a different guy.
I loved seeing the different settings and cities and stuff like that. It looks like there's a fire city that's and they call it the Iron something, and then there's one that was super purple and shit. And I was like, okay.
I like the one that was next to the big crystal.
Yeah,
and it was
that seemed like the main one, right?
It seemed like a really richy city. That one looked really.
I really hope we get explore all these places.
Yeah. I'm wondering
we know this game's gonna take place over time, over decades.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, you start off as a preteen, something like that, and then he ages up to 18, and then at the end he's 30 something. So it's it seems like we're going through multiple decades here. Very curious to see.
They kind of have to with that kid Joshua.
Yeah,
because it seems like there's gonna be a lot focusing around Joshua.
Hmm.
whoever this boy is. Um, yeah, I this game's
How you feeling
I
about the
love.
combat? Because a lot of people kind of iffy on the combat. It looks like, you know, I think it looks awesome. Very Devil May Cry inspired. It looks like. I think it's a little
Yes,
bit less hack and slash than that, but you know, still along those lines.
yeah, it's definitely not Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is what I want every game to be from now
Yeah,
on
I kind of
to the
wish
end of
they
time.
just took that and just
Yeah,
did that for every Final Fantasy game. But I'm
for
also cool
sure.
with this, right?
It looks very cool. There's a shot of Clive fighting Odin, and he's like swiping under him, and he's like jumping and stuff, and you could see the actual layout of your menu or like your HUD. You could see his abilities in the bottom. You could see there was a few things on the other side as well. The combat looks fun, but I haven't played, so I can't really
Right.
say.
It's very fast paced and frenetic, so we're gonna have to get our hands on it to
Yeah,
really tell how good it is. But nonetheless, I mean, this game's shaping up to be. I mean, certainly one of my most anticipated. Next year, it's shaping up to be very good.
I mean it's probably at this point my number top five for next year
Yeah,
right now.
definitely my top five. I
I
mean,
would
and
say.
next year's just fucking stacked, so that's saying
I
a lot.
mean, yeah, I think it's probably Zelda, Starfield, Spider-Man, Final Fantasy. It might be number four for me.
Yeah, right around there. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you, honestly.
Yeah,
Damn,
this
if
this
we get this and FF7 Part 2 next year, oh my god,
Rebirth,
eating good.
dude.
Eating good.
I think we're already gonna be eating good, but man, I'm gonna be full.
Yeah, Crisis Core end of this year. Final Fantasy,
Crisis
man.
Core,
Kicking in
dude.
gear.
Come on, come on.
All right, Daniel. That'll do it for the news. Bit of a shorter week. Actually, we're going to do a review roundup of some of the new games that released this week.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
We got about 4 games that released this week.
Big ones.
So, yeah, big ones, definitely. We'll start with A Plague Tale Requiem. Currently sitting in 84 on Open Critic. Let's see here. Who gave it what? PC Gamer gave it an 85. IGN gave it an 8. GameSpot gave it a 7. Destructoid, 8. Game Informer, 8. So, yeah, very good reviews. 84.
Yeah. I think from the little bit I've played, I finished 3 chapters. I'm in chapter 4. We'll talk about it in just a little bit. 80, even in 84, I think is a little low. I think it should probably be a little higher from what I've played so far.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, 84 is still very good score.
It's very
so,
good score. Very
yeah,
good score.
So, yeah, you know, it's just, you know, depends on taste and whatnot, too, right?
For
So,
sure. For
yeah.
sure.
But yeah, I think we're probably right at the same part. I don't think I've beaten chapter 3 yet. I think I'm right at the end.
Okay.
Definitely longer
Yeah.
chapters than the first game had, I've noticed so far.
There's probably some shorter ones in there.
Yeah, I'd
obviously.
imagine they vary because the first game, they were all over the place with the length of those chapters. Some were like 5 minutes, some were like 2 hours, you know? So I'd imagine this one would be more of the same. But yeah, I'm loving the game thus far, so...
Me too.
84, not very surprising, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Great score. Good for them too, you know. I know it's a smaller team, but yeah, you know, good to see.
I mean, they're punching up. they're showing people up right now with their tech.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah, we'll talk about this game more in what
Yeah.
we've been playing. Next then, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, currently sitting at an 86 on Open Critic.
Ooh, baby. Let's
Easy
go.
Allies give it a 9. GameSpot give it a 9. Giant Bomb 4 out of 5 stars. IGN 9. Daniel, this is one of the highest review games of the year
Let's go.
as far as like AAA games go.
Yeah, it is.
You excited?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Comes out today, right?
It comes out today. You're right.
Yeah,
It
the
does come
20th,
out today.
comes out now.
I'll have to pick it up tomorrow probably. But I am so excited to play. Me and Sloan played the whole first game together, so we'll probably do the same for this
Are
game.
these fun in co-op?
We didn't really. There is an actual co-op.
Oh, you just like
But
pass the controller.
We were passing controller and stuff like
okay,
that.
cool,
We played
cool.
it together. So we'll probably do that again.
So what's your
but
plan?
yeah.
Are you gonna put down Plague Tale and play this, or are you just gonna hop back and forth?
I have game time, which is me, so
Yeah.
that'll be my game I'm playing right now. Try to beat Plague Tale as quickly as I can. I'm gonna try, and then we'll play it co-op with him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have no interest, but good for them getting good reviews. You know,
Yeah,
it's gotta be like the high scoring Ubisoft games of late.
that's it. That's sad.
They needed Mario to get that.
Yeah.
All right. Next game then we will do Gotham Knights. Reviews just dropped today. Currently sitting at a 71 on Open Critic. PC Gamer gave it a 49 out of 100. IGN gave it a 5 out of 10. Games Radar give it a 3.5 stars. Using that half. GameSpot give it a 4. Daniel, pretty low review scores here.
Kind of all over the place because there are some higher ones and then there's some lower ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, for it to be a
critic just wants to show off the lower ones.
Yeah, for it to be a 7.
Here you go. IGN Italy gave it an 8. God of Greek gave it an 8.
I mean, it's sitting at a 7, which is a good score. So like, it just seems to be kind of all over the place. And from what I've seen, combat can be fun, but can get a little repetitive. It seems like a lot of the like games as a service ish RPG ish elements that are in there, like the armor and the equipment and all that, seems to be the worst part of the game. Seems to be unnecessary. So I just want to experience the story when I play it. So just put it on easy or something and just I don't care. What's the story?
Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. Like, what is the story? But you know, is the story good? Because it's like this kind of reminds me of like Guardians, right? Where it's like, you know, the combat was pretty mediocre in that, in the gameplay just in general, but that was still able to get really high review scores with the story.
But I don't think that
is the story the problem here. I just haven't been able to read any reviews as of yet.
Yeah, I don't think that I've seen a ton about the story, to be honest. Everyone seems to be talking about the
Yeah, it seems like the
gameplay
RPG
side.
elements are what's holding it back here. A lot of people complaining about the repetitiveness of a lot of the side stuff too. So I don't know. I don't know where they failed here. I think this is a shame for WB Montreal, right? I mean, when was their
They're a
last game?
talented studio, but
Are they? I mean, it's when was their last
Origins?
game? Origins 2013. Like this took you 9 years to make, and this is what it comes out to. Like that sucks for them, you know.
probably been restarted multiple times. I would assume.
I'm sure it has, and we know there was that canceled Damian Wayne game that they were working on and stuff like that. It just seems like, you know, this game was definitely, or whatever they were making, their newest project was in development hell for a long time.
Yeah.
And to come out to this, I'm sure they're not happy. I mean, WB can't be happy either. You know,
But, honestly, at the end of the day, if it sells well, they'll be fine.
I feel like this will hurt sales though.
It could. We'll have to see. Batman is.
I know it's Batman, but it's Gotham Knights, and you know, with all the other big games coming out this fall, I feel like people are gonna look at this and be like, okay, is this really worth it?
We'll see. I think that those characters alone, without Batman, are still very popular. So, I keep an eye to see where this sells, especially MPD for October.
I'm sure it'll sell well, but like, what's the main guy's name that does MPD?
Matt Piscatella.
There you go. He predicted that this would be in the top 10 of sales throughout the whole entire year. I doubt that's the case now.
I would still put it there.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know MPD numbers come out tomorrow. I wish they came out today, then we could talk about it more. But I'd be curious. I don't think it will. I think there's too much big thing. I think like something will take its spot. I think like Splatoon 3 probably has a good chance of taking that spot, honestly.
Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see for the whole year.
Yeah, be curious. Nonetheless, yeah, I'm not. This would have been a game I'd buy it if it was like being highly praised and whatnot. But right now, I definitely won't. I would still like to check it out at some point, but you know, I'll wait for it to go on sale.
I do want to check it out.
Yeah,
I'm a big Batman fan. I want to check it out.
Yeah, me too. All right, and then the last game will be Tales from the Borderlands, which is currently sitting at a 75. New Tales from the Borderlands, currently sitting at 75 on OpenCritic. GameSpot gave it a 7. IGN Spain gave it a 6. Destructory gave it a 3, and then regular IGN gave it a 7 as well. Daniel, you excited for this one?
I was when it got announced. Tales from the Borderlands is my favorite Telltale game. So getting a sequel's great, even though it's not the same writing team, not the same characters. I do want to play. I would like to see how long this game is because it is a budget game. I think it's $50.
Yeah. Also, if it is episodic, I mean, they obviously just came out with the whole thing at once. So I wonder if it's still like 5 chapters or whatever.
Yeah, I need to look more into that. That's a good question about episodes too. I assume it's probably episodic as well.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, I'm not a big Borderlands guy at all. I never actually beat Tales from Borderlands, so you know, probably won't be checking this one out.
Oh, you're hurting my heart.
No, I'm sorry. I played like 2 episodes. I was like, it's cool.
I will say, I'm with you. Get to 3, 4, and 5 because
get to 3, 4. And
that's
5.
when you have to beat that. Yeah, it only gets better as it goes.
Okay, maybe someday I'll get around to it. We'll do this one real quick. Ghostbusters: Spirits Unleashed, currently sitting at a 73 on OpenCritic. IGN Spain gave it a 7. Gaming Trend gave it a 7. PC Gamer gave it a 55. There you go.
No big dogs.
No big dogs. Well, let's find the
So
highest
no big
review
dogs at all?
score here. Let's see.
I didn't hear any big dogs there. The big dog's not reviewing this game right now? Is there too many other games?
I can't even find like a game spot. Gaming Bolt gave it a 6.
No, that's not a big dog.
Destructoid 8. Destructoid a big dog to you?
No.
Not the biggest dog. I can't even find regular IGN. IGN Italy. How does IGN keep IGN Spain and IGN Italy in business?
Ziff Davis has a lot of money.
Okay. Yeah, there's literally no big ones here. So.
Yeah, there's no big boys. There's too many games coming up.
Yeah, they were too spread out.
Well, it's weird because a lot, especially IGN in particular, they outsource a lot of their reviews now. You don't get a lot of like the on-screen talent reviewing everything anymore. That's just not what IGN's about. So I don't know. It's weird that they don't have a review for that. I guess it's so under the radar right now because all these games. It's just sad.
Yeah, it is a lot right now. All right, cool. Well, we'll probably be getting some more reviews next week. I imagine Bayonetta and Modern Warfare 2. So
yeah, well, actually, I'll shout it out. You can, if you pre-order Call of Duty right now, or I guess you could still do it right now. If you pre-ordered it, you can play the campaign a week early. So people can play the campaign technically, I think today or tomorrow.
Only for pre-order? Like you don't got to buy like
only for pre-order
version. Okay, that's cool. Are you doing that?
Yeah,
then?
I am not. Well, there's just too many stuff. I'll just wait until next week.
No, okay. Yeah.
Try to get to play too. It's cool. Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I like that quite a bit. All right, well, we'll see Modern Warfare 2 review scores next week then. That'll do it for the news, Daniel. We now move on to what we've been playing. Daniel.
Yes.
What you been playing?
Still playing Bloodborne. I got pretty far, I think. I don't know how many areas there are, but I beat the spider. I forget the full name of the boss. Rom. She's like a spider.
That spider that was crawling behind me.
It was that spider that was crawling behind you. Well, actually, I killed it, and there was a bunch of little babies. That's one of the babies.
Great. Can't wait to see what it grows into.
Well, Rom has, so it's interesting. So Rom is a boss. You're like in this big, you jump into the lake, and you like go to the bottom of the lake, and it's this big white area with a big spider with like a rock head. And you can't like hit the rock head. You have to go around, hit the side.
Of course. That's why it has the rock head.
Exactly.
Evolution, Daniel.
Evolution. And all of the babies, because it also has babies all around it. And all the babies are the same thing. They have rock heads, and you can't hit them from the front.
Is this like that girl in Elden Ring where the kids were throwing books at you?
No. So it was a cool fight, but at the end of the fight, it basically becomes night. You like unleash the night. Now it's nighttime, basically, in the lore,
okay.
Whatever.
It wasn't night before?
No, the night was starting. You like the night of the hunt was starting, basically.
Great. Now it's dark out.
Because I think this game is technically only taking place for that one. It's the night of the hunt. It's like the one day.
Takes place on one night.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I adore this video game.
Would have been hilarious if they announced the 60 FPS like today or whatever.
With all these other games coming out, you want to come back and play
it?
Well, after I beat it would be very funny, but at least right now I'm putting it on the back burner to come back to it. It'd be nice if they do it now, so I come back.
That way you can come back to it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. All these other games are probably not gonna be better than Bloodborne. I should just
think so.
I mean, Plague Tale and Sparks of Hope could be, but I would like to try to beat Bloodborne as well as soon as I could. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I got a new sword. I got Ludwig's sword. I think it's Ludwig's Holy Blade, I think is what it's called. Ooh. This blade is really funny. So there's like a big sheath you get on your back, and it's just like a sword.
Yeah. And
then you have your gun as well, like normal. So it's a really quick sword. It's really pretty good. It doesn't use a lot of your stamina when you attack. But in the game, I don't know how much you played, but the weapons are trick weapons technically. If you hit LB, you can do like a different mode, or like the saw cleaver like opens up, becomes like a longer one, or the axe gets two-handed. But with Ludwig's Holy Blade, you basically put it back in its sheath, and the sheath is a part of the sword now. So you just like your character
So
just
what?
like
They become
sheaths it.
longer now?
It just becomes like a great sword at that point.
Okay.
So you
It's
like
like some Final
sheath it.
Fantasy shit.
And it's like a two-handed sword now.
Oof.
And you're using the sheath as a part of the blade. It's really funny.
So are you just
Um,
playing it like you played Elden Ring kind of, or you just obviously you don't have a shield now, but like are you just like
there is
in
a
and
wooden
out of
shield.
bosses and whatnot? Yeah.
Yeah, I have a wooden shield, which I have not used. I think that would be funny to
Oh,
try
there
with the
is
wooden shield.
shields in that game. Interesting. I
Just
thought
I
Bloodborne's
only
whole
found
thing was there's no shield.
it is. There is a wooden shield in the game, though. I found
Okay.
one.
Hmm.
I have not actually used the gun a ton. I've been told to like try to use it more because you can stun some enemies, especially like quicker ones and stuff. But
Is that
I've
kind of
been
the idea with the gun? Because it's like a very slow gun, right? It's not like you can like rapid fire
there.
anything.
There are guns that are there are different types. So like the blunderbuss is like a shotgun kind of, and it's
Hmm.
more for stunning and parrying. There's like a pistol you can get that just really longer range, and it's a little more for like a little more damage than the blunderbuss. I found like a repeating pistol. It does even more damage. I haven't
Oh,
like upgraded
interesting.
it much.
Funny you find like an Uzi.
Oh, they hold it like this too. It's like
Yeah,
the blade. It's walking around like
just
this.
get two going. Some Matrix shit.
Yeah. Um. So yeah. I put it down now, and I am playing Plague Tale Requiem.
Cool. I'm also playing Blake that okay. I think we're right at the same part. I haven't beaten chapter 3. I think I've said
Okay.
this already, but yeah,
Is
I
that the
think I'm
only
like
game you're
right at the end
playing?
of chapter 3. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So yeah, I've beaten chapter 3, and I like started chapter 4, and then I kind of put it down. So I'm I am in love with this game.
Yeah, I'm liking
This
it quite a
game's
bit.
so
What
good.
I mean, we just gotta talk about the graphics for a second. Like,
Oh,
holy shit, does this game look good?
whatever tech they're using is
You know what's
like.
holding me up is I keep stopping and take pictures.
I know you love you like your
Oh, dude,
photo.
I stop every like 20 seconds. I'm like, oh, I can take a really cool one here.
No spoilers. Did you take a picture at the beach?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Right when you wash up there. Yeah.
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 That beach
Yeah.
shot. Oh,
See, a lot of
um,
times I don't like take pictures of like things they set up for you. Like there's like that shot of like the overhead of the town. I do like taking pictures at those, but it's like okay, that's their picture. You know,
yeah.
they took that for me. You
Let
know what I
me
mean?
be the camera man.
Exactly. It's like I'll find a cool spot.
Yeah.
You guys found this one. Okay.
Yeah. This game's great. I would like to see how you kind of expand more. They're kind of hinting at some things. No spoilers. Hinting at some things that I'm curious how like combat or the stealth stuff expands compared to the first game. So
Yeah, obviously
and
we're very early, so we're not gonna be able to like
yeah.
fully talk about all the new things they offer in this game and stuff like that. But one interesting thing is the knife already, right? I've noticed that.
Yes.
Seems like you only get one in random spots. I don't know if you've even gotten another one yet, or if it's just. I know
You'll
every
find
time,
them.
yeah, you just find knives. Is that
Yeah,
how it's
you'll
working?
find
Okay,
them.
interesting. And then I'm trying to think what else is going on here that's different. Right now they're just kind of introducing the same things from the last game. You know, the put
Mhm.
out the fire thing, the start a fire one, the different rats and stuff like that. How you would use those. So it's kind of right now we're just in that early phase still.
Yeah. Yeah, they haven't introduced a new thing in a little while for me.
One thing I
Um
do really like is now the skill tree seems to just go, it upgrades based off what you do in the game, right? So if you stealth a lot or if you kill a lot of guys, that will go into these 3 different skill trees they got. I forgot what they're called, but you know, I haven't
yeah,
leveled one up yet to get an upgrade.
me
Or,
neither.
yeah, I haven't gotten that far yet, but you know, I can see them like slowly going up based off what I do in these different scenarios, and that's really cool. It's like the Skyrim model, right?
It is the Skyrim. That's the game that I was thinking too. We already talked about. This is Skyrim 2. We made it. They made it.
This is it.
Asobo made Skyrim
Good
2.
job, guys. Good job.
Good job. I like the idea in theory and stuff, but sometimes at the end of the day, I'm just like, I kind of just want to give me a skill point and I'll put it where I
Yeah,
want.
I would like to see how effective the upgrades are when I actually get to one,
Yeah.
and then I'd be able to figure out if I really like it or not. You know?
Yeah, because like, what if I want to focus more on stealth, even though I might not be stealthing enough?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
like
And sometimes
in
you just get
theory,
caught, right? And then you end up
yes.
like,
Now I'm fighting this whole room or whatever.
yeah,
like-
exactly. Because it's like they're doing a lot of this. You know, here's an area you got to get to that door. You get there however you want, right? You could kill
Yeah.
everyone. You could stealth around everyone. You get there your way. And it just becomes, you know, with that skill tree, it's like sometimes I fuck up, right? Sometimes you get caught, and it's like, well, I'm not gonna just like kill myself just so I could stealth the whole way through to level that up. I'm still gonna go for the door, and I'm gonna get there however possible, or I'm gonna die and restart and then try to stealth again.
One thing it bothered me was I like Lucas, great character. Lucas, shut up about me killing people.
Yeah.
I don't. Amicia doesn't want to kill people, but guess what? This guy is gonna come kill you and me if we don't do
Lucas,
something.
do you want to fucking die?
Yes, like,
is that it?
I'm slinging this man in the head.
Slight spoilers for chapter 3, but he already got caught, and I was like, "Oh, you got caught. You could have just killed that guy."
Yeah, like that was like one thing. I'm like, Lucas, okay, I get it. Killing people sucks, but guess what? This guy's trying to kill me. So
Yeah,
what do you want me to do?
Yeah, there's that guy that like came out of the in like an alleyway, and he threw a spear at you, and then you had to kill him with a rock. And Lucas was like, "You killed him," and it's like, "What did you want me to do?"
Yeah.
Like he was gonna stab
him. Literally throwing a spear in my face.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill him. Yeah, I like the characters. Not a lot of Hugo so far. He seems to kind of taken a back seat a little bit. I wonder. We'll probably get him more towards the end of the game, I would assume.
Yeah,
it seems like
it was interesting because we talked about this a little bit last week after I beat the first game. Is like, how are they gonna? Because spoilers for the first game. Hugo has these powers where he can control the rats, right? And I was interested to see how they'd incorporate that. If that would be like the main focus of the second game, or if that was just gonna be like a side thing that only happens again at like the end chapters. And it seems like they're going more that route, but who knows?
I still think it'll be probably the last half of the game.
Yeah. I was just curious
if
it's like the whole game would revolve around that now, like somehow controlling your rats to do that, and it doesn't seem like that is, but you know, it could change midway through. Don't know.
I mean, I'm only into chapter 4. Like, I think that there's a good amount of chapters, so I still think they're working. Again, right? Yeah, I think so. So I think they're working that way. But how quick it becomes, because Lucas has really kind of become your companion. I like Lucas, so yeah. But I liked Hugo's the brotherly relationship a little more.
Yeah, he's definitely getting more shine here. The mom is fucking hilarious. How much she puts on Amicia. I'm like, Jesus, lady. like, yeah, you go out, you get this thing. It's like, oh, wait, what are you doing?
I'm 16.
Yeah, like, what are you? I'm still a kid. Goddamn it. Yeah, hey, go out and face the fucking terrifying zombie rats and a bunch of men trying to kill you. You do that, not me. God forbid I do anything.
Go get the nightshade.
Yeah, go get the. Yeah, Lucas, I need you to go like 6 miles across town to get the nightshade. Oh yeah, there's rats out there too. Watch out.
Mom didn't know that was up.
That was weird. It was like, why didn't you tell the mom the rats are back?
She probably knows a little more, I would assume.
Sure.
There's some stuff with the other guy. That guy, I hated that guy.
That guy's an asshole.
Yeah, I did not like
fucking Voldemort or whatever.
Voldemort. I don't think that's his name.
Like, you fucking asshole. Why are you just in this house too? Like he was like in the middle of this rat infested city, and he's just sitting in his tower.
In a tower.
Yeah, and I'm just, what are you doing? What are you doing? With like the most easy to solve secret door I've ever seen. Although Lucas did tell you everything about that, but whatever.
He did. I like that. Do that all the time, Lucas.
Yeah.
All the time.
Go ahead. You can just tell me and I'll figure that out. It was just funny. It was just like, okay, these soldiers couldn't figure out how to get past this door. Really? Okay.
Do you think Amicia is getting a sword? I know we saw like a crossbow in the game, but like,
yeah.
You think she's gonna get like a sword too?
No, I don't. Maybe
they're not gonna go that far.
That'd be an entirely different game, right? If it just became like melee combat out of nowhere, you know, it's like Hellblade all of a sudden.
Could be defensive, maybe.
Yeah, it could be defensive. I like what they did with the knife, where it's just like, okay, here's your one out with the knife, right? If a guy gets too close to you and like stuns you, you can stab him and just get rid of him like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd imagine it would just be the knife and the crossbow, but who knows, man? I mean, I feel like the first game, it's gonna keep introducing new things. You know, that's what I want to get into is like the new upgrades and new stuff like that. Because right now it is just the stuff from the first game besides the knife.
Yeah, I want that crossbow.
Yeah, I want that crossbow too.
Where like shoot somebody right in the head.
Crossbow. Already, I can notice more rats on screen than the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's parts in the first game that have more rats than I've seen currently, but like when you first get introduced to the rats, it's just like, a ocean wave
And
coming at you, a fucking
all you
rat.
see is their stupid little eyes.
Yeah.
And there's so many eyes.
I wonder if when Asobo was making this game, if they like were just fucking around with stuff and they accidentally made this rat technology, and they were like, "Hey, we should make a game around this."
Hmm. It was just like a journey. You're just like walking with Hugo to somewhere, and then
Yeah.
it became a rat game.
Yeah. And then the rats started like glitching out because if you look at them, they're all like crawling on top of each other and stuff like that, like going into one another. And it's like, oh my god, these rats are fucking scary.
I would like the, in Grounded, there's like the arachnid mode where the spider becomes a blob. I want a rat version of that where they just I don't know what it would become, but
Dude,
some
I think you suggested bunnies one time, and I was like, dude, that might be
bunnies.
even worse. That might be even worse. Sounds terrifying. Too.
Rabid
Maybe like
bunnies.
butterflies or something. I don't know.
Butterflies.
That would be cool.
Puppies.
They just lick you to death.
Your cats.
No, cats would be scary. Cats would be scary. They'd have yellow eyes.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yellow
terrifying.
eyes.
Yeah.
Well, when Amicia dies, have you been swarmed?
Yeah.
They cut real quick. There's no
They
like
do.
there's no like Isaac Clarke like necromorph like ripping.
Sometimes
you in
it'll
half
only
or
be like,
something.
like 6 of them get you or whatever, and then she dies
Yeah.
from that, and it's just like, oh, what a horrible death! Just having like 6 rats slowly chew you to death.
Yeah. Gross.
Too much. But yeah, I can't wait to play more. Definitely gonna dive into it deep this weekend. So
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing where this story goes.
Me too. Like these characters, so
Me too.
like to see how they evolve. And it looks like they're gonna try more with Amicia now. They're
Yeah.
hinting at things. So
Yeah, she's getting like some PTSD type of stuff going on.
Yeah.
She's starting to freak out a little bit, have panic attacks. Which is
Yeah,
a bit
she's
interesting
young.
route to go to create.
putting the world in her back.
Yeah, she's like fucking 15, and the mom's making her
Yeah.
do everything.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel. Anything else you've been playing then?
I played a couple matches of Overwatch, but now that's kind of taken a back seat. Now there's other games coming out, but yeah, Overwatch still fun. Still don't like the 5v5.
So what's your plan here? Because you got Sparks of Hope today. You still have Plague
Yeah.
Tale. But you're
Yeah.
just gonna try to get through those two before you move on? Because then next week already is Bayonetta and Modern Warfare.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what co-op game too. I don't know if we're gonna. We might do. He might want to play Gotham Knights as well, or Sparks Hope, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see with the co-op thing. But yeah, it'd be Plague Tale. Try to beat Plague Tale as quickly as I can. That's really the goal. I'll probably do Call of Duty before Bayonetta. I feel like that'll be shorter.
Yeah, probably.
It's really how long is Plague Tale gonna be? That's the question.
I'm probably going. I'm gonna do Plague Tale. I'm gonna try to get through that as quick as possible, like you. Then Bayonetta, and then I'm looking at that Resident Evil DLC. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
It really interests me. I'm like,
Okay.
sounds really interesting. Playing as Ethan Winter's daughter, and
Yeah.
running around. I imagine it's shorter too, and it's like the third person aspect has me intrigued.
It's probably
so,
shorter.
So I'm like, okay, I might check that out, and then I want to get through all that before God of War. So that'll be my plan.
Yeah, we should be getting previews. I guess people that listen to this probably already can see previews. I think we're getting previews of God of War tomorrow.
Tomorrow already, yeah. Interesting. I know the review embargo is like a week before the game comes out.
Yeah,
So, yeah, exciting times.
exciting times.
Damn. We'll now move on to the game.
Yes.
What are we playing?
When Daddy's away, the boys will play.
Fuck yeah.
We're doing another tier maker. This one will be interesting. Because of the Final Fantasy 16 trailer got me all hot and bothered, we're going to rank the Resident Evil 7 remake characters.
Final Fantasy 7 remake characters?
What did I say?
You said
Resident Evil 7. I'm so hot and bothered. I changed the name of the game.
I'll take a
the
Resident
Final
Evil 7
Fantasy 7.
Why not?
The same combat.
Yeah, it's in third person though.
Yeah. I'm sorry, the Final Fantasy remake characters.
Okay.
And I have because they don't have the names in the one I found, so I have I can find the characters' names here. I have a thing pulled up for them. But you tell me if there's a character you would like to start with, or I think here they have it alphabetical.
Just go alphabetical.
Okay. So the first one is Aerith.
This is gonna be so hard because it's gonna be like S. All of them.
So many S's. I mean, Aerith, are you kidding me?
Aerith's great.
Aerith is the best.
Yeah.
She's an S,
Yeah, definitely
easily.
nice.
Easily. Now let me figure out what this guy's name. I forget his name. Let's see.
Is it the chubby dude?
No, it is the guy that runs the place. Where is he at? There he is. Andrea.
Who is this?
He's the dude that you do the when you change into your dress. He's the one you do the dance with.
Oh, okay, okay. Interesting character. I
Yeah,
don't
there's a
remember
bunch
too
of
much of his
characters.
stuff. I'd probably go like C for him.
Sure.
Not very
She's
memorable.
fun. Yeah, that's fun. And then we got Barrett.
Barrett. I mean, Barrett's an S too. Come on now.
Barrett's great.
When
Barrett's nice.
when the plate falls and he's screaming, it's a great part.
Yeah,
Great part.
great part. Is he better than Aerith?
No.
No way. No, he's not. We got Briggs,
Ooh.
one of the Avalanche members.
Was Briggs the chubby dude, or was he the guy
No,
with the hair?
Briggs is Charlie Sheen.
Oh, okay.
He looks like there's a movie I forget what it was called with Charlie Sheen with a bandana on. And he looks just like Charlie Sheen.
Is that
He's the skinny one.
Armageddon?
No, he's
That's
not
not
in.
it.
Charlie
He's
Sheen is
not
not in
in
Armageddon. No.
What is that movie? No, I need to know.
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen. Hang on, we're gonna find it because I know what you're talking about. He has. Like,
Yeah,
a
he's
bandana
wearing
on.
he's wearing a headband. Yeah, just like Biggs.
Whatever happened to Charlie Sheen? He dead?
Too much tiger blood.
Platoon.
Platoon. That's right. That's right.
That's it. He does.
Too
look
much
like
tiger-
that. He does. He
Too
looks
much tiger
exactly
blood.
like
He looks
that,
just
huh?
like him, right?
He
Yeah.
does. Just for that, give him a B.
I was thinking B already. That's
Okay.
kind of gross.
Okay, we'll go B.
Chadley.
Who?
Chadley. Exactly. You remember Chadley?
Which one's Chad?
You remember that little freak? You don't remember Chadley, the little freako that was always around? He's in every
the kid
town.
that sells you the summons.
The kid that sells you the you go do the fights.
Oh, what a fucking weird kid.
He's a freak. I'm telling
Nah,
you.
he's scary.
He is scary. He's like an
put that kid in
android.
D.
He's a D. Okay.
Yeah, he's freaky. Nah, he
Yeah,
is
he
an
is.
android. That's definitely not a real person.
He's an AI. He's definitely not a real person.
Doesn't he work for what's the fucking evil company called?
Shinra.
Shinra. Doesn't he work?
Yeah,
for them?
I think so. Then we got the guy, the homie, Cloud Strife.
I mean, that's an S all day.
S all day, baby. Is he better than Barrett?
Yes.
Is he better than Aerith?
Yes.
See, I don't think he's better than Aerith.
Oh, come on, the brooding, good-looking guy. Come on, he's definitely better than Aerith. He's the main protagonist.
I don't think so. I don't think that means that much.
But Daniel, he's good-looking and he has a heart.
He does, and he's brooding. So where do you want to put him? I mean, we
can go below Aerith. That's fine.
Okay.
He's also got a big sword.
He does have it's not his, but he does have a big sword. What is this guy's name? Let me try to find this guy. Who is this guy? Okay. Oh yeah. Do you remember Don Corneo? He was the one that you tried. He's the one you go rescue Aerith from. Remember, he's the one that you get dressed up for. Do you remember?
He's the one you get dressed. Oh yeah.
Go into his room. He's the really sleazy guy.
Awful hairstyle on this guy.
Awful
Jesus,
hairstyle.
What is going
he
on
sucks.
There?
He sucks. He's bad.
He's
Bad villain.
Put him in C.
Okay. Definitely above Chadley. Everyone's above Chadley.
Yeah. No. Chadley's
and then
too terrifying to not be the lowest on this list.
Yeah, he is. Then we got Elmira, which,
Who
if
the
you don't remember
fuck is
Elmira,
Elmira?
that is Aerith's mother.
Oh, okay. Nice lady.
I like
Should
her.
let you
I like
stay
her.
at that house. Nice house, by the way.
Nice,
I
beautiful.
would love to live where they live. You know?
Beautiful
There's
area.
some cave out in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of
There's just a
flowers everywhere.
waterfall and
Yeah,
flowers.
it's great.
Yeah.
No one could find that place even if they tried. So
Yeah.
yeah, go B.
Above or below Biggs.
Below.
Then we got Heidegger, the dude with the beard from Shinra, like evil dude with a beard.
From
Remember him?
Shinra. We're getting really into these characters.
These are just all the characters. I don't know.
Heidegger.
Once you see him, you'll know who he is.
Yeah, I gotta look them all up. Oh, okay, this guy.
Yeah, he was one of the main villains.
I'd imagine you get more of this guy in the sequel, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think all of these Shinra people you're gonna get much more of.
You got a lot more of in there.
Yeah.
Don't remember too much about him.
Yeah, we'll put him at C. We'll put
Okay.
him. I'll put him above Don Corneo though.
His original FF7 look is something.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Then we got Hojo, the scientist. Remember
Hojo
him,
the
Professor
scientist.
Hojo, the dude with the glasses. He's the one that like did the experiments with Sephiroth and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, okay, this guy.
This
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
super evil dude.
He has the tiger.
He is the tiger.
Yeah. Pretty generic mad scientist, I'd say.
I kind of like him, but you're kind. I think you're kind of right.
Not that
I
I
think
don't
he's
like
like
that, right? Generic mad scientists are awesome, but
I think top of C.
sure.
He's above the dance dress guy. Then we got Jesse.
Oh, Jesse's an ass. Come on now.
Jesse's an ass.
Jesse's the one Cloud should have been with.
No,
All along. All along.
You're
Yes.
so right.
100%. 100%.
I love Jesse. I mean, no,
She's the best option.
Hold on.
of the two of them.
no. The best option is Cloud is with all three of them. You kidding me?
Okay.
That's the best.
I feel
I'm
that.
sorry, all four, because Barrett's the other one. So
Sure.
everyone wants a piece of Cloud.
Yeah,
Literally everyone wants a piece of Cloud.
I mean, I want a piece of Cloud.
I mean, you know what? I kind of want a piece.
Jesse's great, though. I mean,
Jesse's awesome. I love the
died too
mission.
soon.
You go to her house and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they bring Jesse back. I think they're doing some timey-wimey stuff. Let's bring Jesse back. Come on, Jesse's the best.
They'll probably figure out a way, or at least hint at it, maybe.
I hope so. Then we got Johnny. You remember Johnny?
Wait, where did we put Jesse?
Bottom S. Unless you want him. Do you want her higher than that?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Because I don't think she's better than Barrett.
Yeah, you're right. She doesn't get
Even though I
enough
love
screen time to be better. Than
exactly. Even though I love Jesse, I don't think she's above Barrett. She's a bottom S though. We got Johnny. Remember Johnny, the redheaded guy you meet at Sector 5, I think?
Is he the one that chases you on the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
No,
okay.
Nope.
No, not him.
Different guy.
Different
Jesse's
different
he's
guy
the dude
with
that
red
doesn't
hair.
have he has like an out shirt, and then he doesn't have you just see his abs, and he has red hair.
What's his
He
name?
like chases you around. His name is Johnny.
Johnny.
You don't remember Johnny? You remember this guy?
Daniel, I have a horrible memory.
He's a pretty minor role. in the
Oh,
game.
okay, this guy. Gotcha.
Yeah. I knew once you saw him.
The douchey friend.
The douchey friend, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
He kind of like.
Probably go C on him.
Okay, we'll do bottom of C. He's above Don Corneo.
We'll go above Don, sure.
We got Leslie. You remember Leslie?
Which
Dude
one's
with the
Leslie?
hat that was working at Don Corneo. He kind of helps you out a little bit.
Leslie.
White-haired guy. I think that's his name. Right? I wasn't looking at the names. I think his name's Leslie.
Yeah,
Let me-
Leslie.
Leslie, right?
With the hat.
Yeah.
Does got a hat. He just
kinda helps you out.
He looks like Cloud and Sephiroth had a kid
He does.
and took
He kind of just helps you. He's better than Johnny, but that's, I think, as far as we can go.
Yeah, he's got a pistol. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. And then the next character, Madam H.
Oh,
Remember
that's the one
Madam
that gives
H?
you clothes.
Lady that gives you the massage and the clothes.
Yeah. Oh, solid B on her.
Solid B. Below the mom, solid B.
Sure.
Then we got a couple of Shinra dorks. What's this one's name?
What's the guy that was chasing you on the motorcycle?
We'll get to him.
He's great.
Yeah, we'll get to him. I'm trying to find who this dork's name is. What's this dork? Where's he at? There he is. Palmer. You remember Palmer, the fat one? With like, he's
Palmer.
balding. I'm just gonna put him below Heidegger, but I just want you to see him.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
No, this guy's
he's-
an asshole.
Yeah, he sucks. He's below Heidegger. I like Heidegger more.
Okay.
Then we got what's his name? The president of Shinra.
Oh.
Daddy Shinra. I like Daddy Shinra. I do
Daddy
like Daddy
Shinra.
Shinra.
This is
I'm
the
gonna put
last name
Daddy
of
Shinra. His last name is Shinra. Yes. I'm gonna put him above Biggs. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I kind of like
decent
Daddy
villain.
Shinra. Yeah.
Is he,
I think
is
we're
he
gonna
still
get.
alive come the end of this?
I think so.
Yeah.
No, wait. Because like Rufus, we'll get to Rufus as well. Rufus is like taken over, right? By the end of the game.
Oh, that's that one guy you fight on the top of the building at the end.
yeah.
right? Yeah.
He's the son.
Yeah, he did take over. I forget if
Mhm.
the guy we're talking about, died or not.
Yeah, the president. I don't remember. I feel like he might have actually. Now we're at Red 13, which is we're gonna get more
Oh,
red
the
by
tiger. Gotcha.
the cat.
Yeah, I'd
dog
imagine he'll actually
thing.
be part of the party, right?
Yes, red's cool.
Yeah, we didn't get enough of him in this one for me to really form an opinion. You kind of just get him
Yeah.
at the end, but he's cool.
Maybe
I
A?
mean, he's cool. Does he talk? Is he
He
talking?
does. Yeah,
Tiger?
he's a talking. Yes, 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 yes.
That's badass. And his
It is
tail's
cool.
on fire.
Tails on fire.
I mean, yeah, solid A there, just for having
I
a
think he's an A.
flame,
I think he's a
flame
solid
tail.
A.
Man, I could really use him in a Plague Tale Innocence. Let me tell you.
Just wave his tail around.
Yeah, just ride him backwards the whole time.
Then we got Reeve, if you remember Reeve. Is it Reeve? Yeah, Reeve. Reeve is the other Shinra guy that he doesn't like what Shinra's doing. I feel like he was like some sort of like trying to help people out. He didn't get a lot of screen time. I feel like they kind of hinted he will have more to do later in the series.
How do you spell that?
Reeve. Reeve.
Reeve.
Yeah. Once you see his face, you'll be like, oh, okay, this guy was like,
okay. Yeah, you
he's
didn't
the
get
guy
a lot
that
of this guy, huh?
you didn't, and he kind of helps out. Put him top of C.
Someone on Google Images has a picture with him next to Keanu Reeves, and they do look,
of course,
very similar.
they do. I'll put him atop of C above Hojo. I kind of like that he was trying to help out.
Okay.
And then what's this guy's name? That's right. Then we got Reno. Do you remember Reno?
Reno.
And we're getting into that like squad.
Familiar.
This is the squad of like.
Is that the red hair guy?
This is the red-haired dude with the goggles.
Oh yeah, he
that
chases
you fight.
you on the motorcycle. Yeah.
No,
he doesn't. Who chases you on the motorcycle?
We'll get to him.
It's not this guy. I swear to God,
it's not this. It's nope.
Okay.
We'll get to him.
Well, this guy, I do remember.
Reno, you have a boss fight with him.
Yeah.
With Reno. Yeah.
I could have sworn.
Different. It's a different guy.
Oh, this is the one. He like comes for Aerith.
Yes.
At that
Yes.
point.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
It's him and
You fight him at, like,
the other
house.
guy. We'll get to him next. The other guy.
Okay, this guy B.
Okay. Do you want like top of B? Because I think he's better than the president.
Sure.
I like Reno. I think he's cool.
He's got
then we'll
goggles,
do-
so
He does have goggles. on his
solid
hair.
B for the goggles.
And we'll do his buddy that was with him, Rude. Rude was the bald guy with the shades.
Oh, okay. This guy.
Um,
This was an annoying fight. I remember.
yes, I like Rude less, but I like him. I still like him.
Wasn't
more
this
than
like a
President
two-parter? You fought him first, and then you
You
fought
fight
Rude?
him. Yeah.
That was it. Yeah. Rude can go in C because he's rude.
Ooh, really? I was putting him at right below Reno.
Right below. Okay, that's fair too.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Now we got. Are you ready? Roche.
This is the guy that was chasing you.
This is the guy.
Okay.
His name is Roche.
How do you spell that?
Roche.
CHE.
He's a first soldier for
I would have
Shinra.
said Roach, like the horse in Witcher.
Roche.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Man,
This
what
is
a what a fucking mullet on this guy.
What a mullet on Roche. Where is Roche go?
Yeah, I mean, that's gotta be a solid A for that. For the
He's
mullet.
gotta be a solid A with his
Yeah,
bike.
yeah,
He like saves Cloud.
Yeah. I like the bike part too.
Roche is so funny. Then we got Rufus, Shinra, which is you
That's
fight
the
him with the
son.
cane.
Okay,
Is the
gotcha.
son. I like that. I like the fight.
I do too. I like his
On the-
character. He's a little asshole, but I like.
Yes,
the character.
but
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
Right. It's what you want.
Mhm.
Probably go A
I
there
could-
as well.
I'd say bottom of A.
Sure.
I still like Roche a little more. And then we got. What? Can you remind me who it's Scarlet? Do you remember Scarlet? What was she in this game?
Scarlet. I can look it up. Scarlet.
Yeah, she's the really pretty lady.
Scarlet.
I'm trying to remember what she did in the game. She was like she had something to do with Shinra, right? She like helped you.
See, I know. I remember the look.
She was
I don't,
in
I don't
yeah,
remember what she does.
She
at
was a
all.
Shinra executive for sure. Like
Was she?
someone.
Okay.
I feel like she helps you at the end. Got a cool dress. I like her dress.
Yeah, no stress.
Put her below the mom, I think.
Sure. Was that?
Is she above Madam H? Yeah. Or no, it's a B.
Yeah, I can't remember all that well, so yeah, I'd assume she's below.
Below B. Okay. Now we're getting into some other characters. I'm gonna mess with this order now. We got what's his? Let me find his name again. Song. Do you remember Song? Song. Sang.
Son.
I think is how you say it.
How you spell
He was the third Tseng. Sang. He was the third member of Reno's crew. He was the leader of Reno's crew. You got less of him, but he seemed to be the one that
Oh, this guy. He's got a little dot on his head.
he seemed to be the one that wasn't as bad.
Yeah. All these Shinra guys are like generic anime characters.
These
but
were
they're great.
different. These three were like different. They were like a
Who
different
was he
crew.
with? He wasn't. Was he with Rude and red hair guy?
He is with that crew,
Okay.
which are not like the executives or whatever.
Yeah, I'm assuming we'll get more of him in
I think so.
the next
I think
one.
he's going to be much later.
Probably go
Yeah.
C for now.
Yeah, we'll put him top of C.
We'll
Top
come
of C.
back. We'll redo this list after the next one.
Of course. We got Wedge.
Wedge. Oh, that's
So
the
he's
chubby
the
dude. There
the
you go.
other Avalanche member, the chubby
He's
one.
great.
Wedge is great.
Wasn't he supposed to die, but he didn't die in the remake?
He did not die. He was the one that survived.
Yeah. Wedge is good. Put him in B.
I like Wedge. I was gonna say A.
Yeah, we can go A too. Why not?
Is he better than Rufus?
Where's Rufus? Is he at the top?
Bottom of A.
Bottom of A. He's
Top of A is Red.
he's not better than
Red 13. He's not better than Red. Is he better than Roche? I think he's better than Roche.
Yeah.
We'll put him right there. Now we got two heavy hitters, baby.
Who you
Start
missing?
with
Okay, I know.
we're missing
I know,
two big
I know,
ones.
I know.
Two big ones. We're gonna go with the daddy himself. Sephiroth.
Yeah, you want to do the whole song here?
Yeah. I'm gonna sing.
Now I have to take into account my history with Sephiroth. I mean,
Of course.
been an arch rival of mine for
Yes, it
many
has.
years now. You know, just so long. I remember when
Well, I will say you didn't bring that into account with Cloud though.
Fair point.
How much can you bring it into with
Because I
Sephiroth?
didn't think of it at the time.
Okay.
But nonetheless, I just feel like the impact Sephiroth has had on my life is just,
The torture.
endless, yeah, it's horrible, man. I remember beating him in Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time when I was a young lad, and it was quite the effort. It was like first
Yeah.
time like my heart started pounding after I beat it. Fucking threw the controller and I was done. I was like, "Fuck you," you know what I mean?
Yeah. The journey he took you through.
Yeah, man. And then Kingdom Hearts 2, he did it again.
Crazy.
Still salty they didn't put a Sephiroth fight in Kingdom Hearts 3, but nonetheless.
Maybe in 4.
It should have been a 3, It was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird. You don't get a lot of them in this game. I mean, you do, but it's like
It's at the end.
it's not a lot of like character development throughout FS7.
I mean, he's just only going to be there throughout the whole game,
yeah,
or the whole trilogy.
yeah. So I'm imagining we're gonna get a lot of them. I mean, we know next game we're gonna get a lot of them. Then third game, I'd imagine even more at that point.
Yeah.
Probably go S. I think you gotta go S.
I mean,
right?
I think he's
Yeah,
easy.
he's
Like,
such an iconic
it's more of where he is.
Yeah.
That's the question.
I go
Is he-
lower on S.
So
what is the lowest S?
Low is Jesse, and then Barrett.
I'd probably go above Jesse.
Honestly, I might go above Barrett just because
Yeah.
I think he's really cool.
He does a really cool sword.
Yeah, Masamune, dude, that sword's awesome.
That is an awesome sword. Yeah, okay, I'm cool with that.
I'd say because I don't think he's better than Cloud.
No.
And even Barrett's tough. Like that, you're like those 5 characters right there are just like
Yeah,
come
the
on,
main
kid.
squad is so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the very last character, Tifa Lockhart.
Tifa's the best.
Kidding me? Tifa's the best. Let's go.
While I think Cloud should have got with Jesse, Tifa is clearly the best option.
Of course.
Although Aerith is the one that makes the most story sense, probably.
Yeah.
Tifa does too.
There's some more there. When till we start playing Crisis Core, I know some things in Crisis Core.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yes.
Daniel knows things. I don't know
do.
things.
Wait till we get to Crisis Core.
Tifa, I also have a longer history with in Kingdom Hearts.
In Kingdom Hearts, let's go. I played the whole series. I'm with you.
Man, yeah, she's got to be S.
But she's S. It's where on S.
So what's top right now?
I kind of go to my process here. Is she better than Jesse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is she better than Barrett?
Yeah.
Is she better than Sephiroth?
Yeah.
Is she better than Cloud?
Mm.
Yeah, I think she's better than Cloud.
She
that's
is
tough.
a
I
better
think that's
character than Cloud.
yeah.
I don't
It's
know
tough.
if I like her more in Cloud, but like she's a better character, sure.
It's a tough.
And
That's where I
Aerith
think
is at the top.
Aerith. I think Aerith's the best character.
I might put her above Aerith, honestly.
You could convince me, but like
I feel like she's a more developed character, than Aerith. Aerith is very,
yeah.
goody two shoes type. Whereas
I mean, but that's who she is.
I know, but I'm just saying there's a lot of depth here to Tifa. the whole taking
Tifa's
care of the
number one.
town thing. Yeah,
Tifa's
All right,
number
all
one.
right. We sell it. Make a
You
Tifa
convinced it
spin-off,
was a
Square.
tough convince because I think Aerith's amazing, but Tifa number one.
Where's my Tifa spin-off game? You know.
Are you kidding me?
Plus,
Come
she
on.
got ninja stars. You know.
I love just she's just punching stuff. Just punching stuff. Love it.
She's got that Nathan Drake fighting style, which just hooks. You know, just hooks.
Yeah,
you.
it's just swinging on
all
dudes.
day. I'm just walking forward and throwing mad hooks.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, Daniel, that'll do it. You want to name off everyone in S?
Sure. So S tier, you got Tifa Lockhart number one, Aerith number two. You got number three is Cloud, number four Sephiroth, number five Barrett, number six Jesse.
All right, and we will come back to this after FF7
Yeah.
Rebirth at some point.
Yes.
But for now, that'll do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 141. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdgods. You can also find us on all audio platforms. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Be good to each other.
I just want to say, Sobo, make an update to take away the rats. You know, I don't need that many rats. Take away
Have
some
fewer.
of them. Fewer rats. You know, maybe
What if it was
no
just
rats at all?
Black goo.
That still sounds kind of terrifying. It's like that weird goo you fought in like Resident Evil 5. Remember that?
Yeah.
It would, like fall off the walls.
I still think
come
it's
at
better
you.
than rats.
Rats are just terrifying, man. Why did it have to be a game about rats? You know, Jesus. All right, bye bye everybody.
Bye everybody.